All right, so I'm out here just doing a short ride on my Cannondale CAAD 10, doing a comparison between this and the gravel bike that I just got, and it's really interesting. This bike is really fast. It feels really great on smooth roads, but as soon as I got onto this kind of country tarmac, it fell all apart. I mean, it was just jostling and crazy, and just I just felt like I was just getting shaken apart. So, you know, I haven't ridden this bike in over a month now, so it was really kind of cool to get to do a comparison and kind of see some of the pluses and minuses. So I'll go over the differences between this bike and my new bike when I get back, but I just wanted to do a midway check-in. So yeah, we'll be back. All right, so I just finished riding the Cannondale CAAD 10. I did a pretty, like 3/4 effort ride, so pretty hard. And one, it's still very light feeling bike, very agile, really like organic stiffness. Yeah, it's a road bike. I mean, it feels good on all flat pavement. It's just when you get on tarmac, everything just degrades so much more than the gravel bike. And so I mean, I was gonna do the full loop, and I got out onto the tarmac, and I was just like, I don't want to. There's a reason why I changed bikes out. So so I did half of what I normally do, and I'm gonna go right back to back, go do the Specialized right now, and we'll check back in and compare these two in just a bit. All right, so now we're out here back on the Specialized, and we're, you know, riding 3/4 speed, so hard but not, you know, my max, and feels good. The bike is just so much more compliant over the tarmac. I mean, it's night and day. It's just huge difference. And I will say though, like coming up the tarmac, you know, on incline, even though it's smoother feeling, I'm gonna have to look at the data. I feel like I was going faster up, and that it was taking more effort to go up on the gravel, but we'll just see. We'll see what the numbers say. But yeah, this is a good comparison. We'll see. I'm interested in the actual numbers compared to feel. So we'll check it all out. Stay tuned. All right, so I just finished the ride on the gravel, and yeah, it's just way more comfortable, but it does feel heavier when I'm riding it. But like again, this is all like anecdotal because I have not looked at the data, so I'm really interested to see what that data says compared to how I felt. And so that's what we'll do next. We'll check this all out, and I'm going to bring down my other bike, and we'll just talk about the differences as well. So I hope you're having a good one. Be right back. Whew. All right, so we've got both bikes out here. I looked at the data. I rode almost like 1.5 miles to 2 miles faster on the gravel bike, but my heart rate was substantially higher too, so there was more effort. I have a power meter on this one. It said I was doing about 200 watts. I don't have a power meter yet on the Specialized. I'm going to be getting that this month. But really informative, because that bike just felt so much faster. The road bike just felt like I was flying compared to the gravel bike. But I think it's just, it cushions you that much. I mean, it really does. I think I was putting more effort in because I thought I was going slower and wanted to speed up. So maybe that's also part of it. I mean, again, I'm just one rider, and I'm an average rider. I am not some avid cyclist. I'm no Peloton person. I am just your everyday average rider who accidentally got into this 5 years ago. And I'm an anthropologist, so I study culture, and so I understand cycling a lot, but I'm not a cyclist, if that makes sense. I know, weird. But yeah, so the differences between these bikes is just, you'll see that this has a very aggressive setup in terms of the geometry of the frame. And the geometry of this frame is just a little more relaxed. The wheels just raked out a little bit more up front. But you'll see the tires are just vastly different. I mean, these tires, you'll see like my finger here, and just have a nubby. These are literally slick. You'll see my finger's like half the size, the tires. I mean, they're just completely different. And what's interesting is that these rims, though, with the tires are almost as light as these in terms of feel, just because these are carbon and those are aluminum rims. This is going to have an Ultegra group set from Shimano. So it's got Ultegra shifters, an Ultegra derailleur with the more practical road bike gearing setup here. This is a 5330 up front. I'm not sure what it is in the back. This is a 1050, so way more range in the back, and then this is a 40, so it's kind of like an average between the two cogs up front on here. So and then this one's going to have a regular brakes. This one has disc brakes, but really it's just this is, you know, it has this little suspension here. This has no suspension. It does have a aftermarket NV carbon frame, fork on it, which may play with the compliance a little bit. It may make it a little bit more compliant ride. But overall, this is a super stiff, super agile bike. It feels super fast. I don't know, kind of like, I feel like maybe that's analogous to like a Lotus Elise. And this is more analogous to like an Lotus Evore or something, just still really serious, but more compliant. I would say this is for older folk like myself, someone that's like loves to ride, loves riding on all kinds of different road and comfort. And this is for like, you know, the hardcore, the you know, young pup that wants to just like really go at it, really go fast, and doesn't really care about beating themselves up too much. And you can pick this bike up for relatively inexpensive now. It was maybe a couple thousand new, and now they're maybe like $1,000, probably less. This one has a power meter, so it's worth a little more. But this Specialized is way more expensive. But I definitely enjoy it, and I think it's worth every penny. So there we go. Yeah. So I just wanted to go over the Specialized Diverge Expert Carbon by itself. I know I just talked about these two, but you know, the interesting thing about this is that, you know, it is made all out of carbon. It has a carbon seat post. It has compliance in terms of a little shock mount here. You can tune it, so you can literally rotate it. These are wireless shifters. So these shifters literally connect to my Garmin, and I can see what gear I'm in. And the derailleur is also obviously wireless. And so it's all part of this is a rival crank, rival shifters and brakes from SRAM. And then this is an Eagle GX SRAM derailleur in the back, and it has SRAM disc brakes, and then it's got these Revell Terra carbon wheels, and then just some knobby with a little flat strip in the middle to give it some compliance on the road, make it nice and soft. Tires. So I've really enjoyed it. I think it's amazing. I've put hundreds of miles on it now, probably closing in on 500 miles. I can't recommend this bike enough. I know it's really expensive. I'm not even going to say how much it costs, but it's just amazing. The paint job's amazing. You'll see it has this really rich blue-green kind of color to it that's interweaved. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll also talk about putting it on the trainer at some point. I've ridden it on the trainer once. Other than that, it's just been sunny and I haven't really had a reason to go out on this thing and do some more serious training, because it's not cold outside and it's not raining, so I don't need to throw it on the trainer. I just go out here and I do my rides. And for those that don't know, I ride just to kind of help with my anxiety, help with my weight loss. I'm down about 40 pounds overall, and I'm about 30 pounds down from January. So it's coming along. I'm in the 240s. So yeah, just go out there, ride, enjoy yourself, and try and avoid the leaf blowers when you're recording. So have a good one.